All right. So this time, since we're done learning words that you can use to describe people's personalities when it comes to having job interviews, this time we're gonna learn words to use in describing strengths. So
Yes.
it might be that your interviewer will also want to know what you're good at, of course,
Mm,
and
yeah.
why. Because the job you're applying for requires certain skills. So now's the time to explain what you can do well. So here are some positive traits and skills managers look for, including, I said the first one. Speed.
Organization.
Hmm. What do you mean by organization?
Organization. I means that the one they who is very organized, like people like about like arranging, for
Mm.
example, their desk, their working desk, and they put things in order. Or they, if they do something, they would be like do the first do this the last, and they, it just like what to do first and what to do next. I can describe myself as an organized person because I thought I'm talking about like arranging things like in my
Ah,
room. I like to
okay.
put things in order. For example, like near the toilet, I would put like something like the trash can, or next to it is the shoes. And there's two kind of shoes. The shoes I'm just like wear worn, and then I put it there. Maybe slipper or something, and I have like the shoe stand where I put like the shoes that I use to go to work or go to the gym, something like that. And whenever I want to find which one I can recognize, and I can like be easy to remember where I put it, and I take it, it's very fast, not
Oh,
time consuming.
yeah, so true. Oh, I envy you then, sir. I'm not really a type of, I would say maybe in the middle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Organizing things. But
Mhm.
yeah, so organization is a skill that would talk about just like what you've mentioned, organizing or arranging things to make it, yeah, neat, to make it more neat and perhaps really arranged. And when it
Mm.
comes to like the traits and skills at work, aside from that one, it also talks about just like what you've mentioned, planning.
Mm.
The person's ability to plan an activity, perhaps, or an event or a project for the company. So I think it's also really important. It's an important trait or skill that you
Yes.
should have or an employee should have
Mm.
for their companies. Okay. How about the second one? Oh,
The ability to multitask.
yeah.
Well, like the one who can handle a lot of things at a time. For example, like I also consider as a multitasker because I am working like both online and offline. For
Mm,
example, if I am working, student will find me and seek help from me, so I will help them. And then after finish that, I go back to work immediately, and I still remember like where I am like left from, like where I left from. For example, I am like making the invoice for collecting money, and
uh-huh.
then someone asked me something, and I help them, and then I go back and immediately just back to work, and not really skip, or I don't need to have time to recall where
Mm,
I should start it again. Yes. And also so many things that I consider that I'm a multitasker. And I think this this skills is very like important in this modern world, because one people they have to handle so many things. So if you don't have that skill, maybe you will feel like overloaded, or sometimes that you cannot handle the job well. It will affect to your performance.
I
Yes.
definitely agree with that. Yeah. A multitasking is kind of challenging actually. Not all people can do that. So for those who can, that's truly amazing. Ability to multitask is really a good trait and skill, especially if you're handling different, things at the same time, just like what you've had given. And I think as managers here, I think it is really being, how do I say this? Maybe recommended to really have this kind of trait and
Yeah.
skill. Yeah. Like you
Yes.
should be. Oh, good thing you already have that. Like ever since before you become a manager here, sir, have you always been a tasker?
Not truly, but when I was a waiter, I also do a
Ah,
multitask
yeah.
like that because you know that clients they order food and then
Mm.
another table they ask about like tissues or chili, especially something very small like chili, or they want to have more things. And then we have to remember, and if we don't remember and we forget them, they will complain us. So it's very, especially for the peak hour when
Mm.
they have lunch or dinner. So a lot of people and a lot of things with we don't have any waiters or waitress to support. So when people have to handle area, not a table, one table, the two or three table at a time. Yeah.
Wow.
I think I also learned a lot from that job as well, like how to communicate and how to be patient. Because some
Mm.
clients they are very like arrogant or they are very aggressive, something like that. And I learned the way to deal with that, to be calm, yeah, and solve the problem.
Yeah. Oh, that's truly awesome, sir. Yeah, I can totally imagine having, because I also, I just actually experienced like, when was it? Yesterday? No, 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 no. Last Wednesday, perhaps there was one waiter in a coffee shop, and he's been
Mm.
very busy. So we thought like, is he the only waiter here? Because he's doing all the things. But like, oh, so I can totally imagine the stress, like of handling
Yes,
different
yeah, yeah.
demands from your customers. Mm. How about the third one?
Perform to a deadline
Yeah,
is that the people who finish things before the deadline, right?
that's right.
Well, I also consider this skill
Mm.
because, for example, like I have usually have weekly marketing on Thursday, so I need to make the report and send to another manager so that she can collect all the report and yeah and submit to the president.
Mm.
So usually that Wednesday, I will try to finish all the report because one time when I left it, because usually the meeting was on is on afternoon, so the morning I have time to finish, right? And in that morning, I was very busy and I almost like cannot finish the report and until the afternoon before the meeting like 20 minutes, so I have to like rush and I report things and you know a lot of mistakes and that manager she also pushed me to finish the report early because she needed, and then I realized that if I don't finish the task before the deadline is very dangerous because I have so many mistakes. And during the meeting, so many people they are like observing the meeting, and if they saw those mistakes like that, they will like adjust the performance of the ones. So I learned I learned experience. I have the experience, so I won't let it, like it happen again.
Again, yeah. Oh, that stuff, yeah. And I think this also falls to what we call time management. To
Mm,
perform to a deadline, it's also requires a good time management. So if you can
mm,
manage your time well so that you can complete the task within a specific period of time, then I think you'll be able to really perform well with your duty and responsibilities.
yes.
Okay. Solve problems. How about this one?
Well, yes, like my current job, I don't, luckily this time, I don't have any problems.
Mm-hmm.
Those like just like minor, because students like their roommate, they don't really like adapt well with the new roommates. So they just change the room or transfer the room. So it's
Mm-hmm.
quite easy. Or student like feel that IELTS is a little bit difficult for them, so they want to stay in ESL for a little bit longer.
Mm.
So I can also handle that. So it's kind of easy recently. But sometimes these are problems that I cannot handle. I need to seek help from the president. So I will share the problem with them, the issue with him, so that he can help me to, he can give me advice to handle the job
Mm.
well. So far, most of the problem I can handle well.
Yeah. Oh, solving problems or to solve problems. Of
Yeah.
course, from the words itself, it's finding solutions, right? Difficult situations or maybe obstacles that you might encounter. So I think it's also really important because when we work, we usually encounter problems are again inevitable. We cannot avoid them. So
Mm,
I think solving problems or the ability to solve problems
mm.
would be very helpful. How about the next one?
Communicate well. Well, that's part of my job that I need to communicate, to have the communication with students, not even Vietnamese students, but so many nationalities. And most of students, they are new and their level is a little bit low because if they are not Vietnamese, so I need to use English with them. And sometimes that they find difficulty in understanding what I mentioned. So I will try to help them first, and if not, if the matter is not urgent, so I
Mm.
will tell them that just go back later because their manager they will help them maybe the next class, and they can that use their language to communicate, so the problem would be solved easier.
Yeah, communication is the key to
Yeah.
all, you know. I think for communicating, being able to communicate well, that's your forte or your expertise, I would
Mm,
say. And it's just, of course, in a company or in a business world, it's very important to have a good relationship with others because you won't be able to really succeed in everything that you do if you don't have this, right? Being able to
yeah.
communicate with others and like on how to solve these and how to perform or the rest of the other things that you have to do. The
Exactly.
communication is really important. All right, for the next one, it's quite long.
Yeah, work in an international environment and with people from all over the world. Well, luckily,
Mm,
I am working in the
mm,
international environment because I am Vietnamese and I work with Japanese, Taiwanese, Chinese, Korean, Filipino. So a lot of nationalities. So I learn a lot of things from them, especially for the cultural exchange.
mm.
And I think that, and we use English as a common language to communicate with each other. And I think this is very the good, the job for me. I can learn a lot of things while when I was young, and now I still learn from them, especially for the culture, as I said. Like just like last yesterday, New Year, Lunar New Year. So this is like for the Vietnamese and Chinese. I don't know if Korean they also celebrated Lunar New Year,
Mhm.
and we have it's a holiday and it's become like international holiday. So I quite impressive with that.
That's true. I think Koreans do celebrate that as well because we didn't have classes with the
Yeah, but
students.
Japanese no more.
Oh, yeah,
Japanese
Japanese.
they don't celebrate it anymore.
Okay, next one.
Yeah, speak foreign languages. Actually, I am speaking like English, and I communicate with my colleagues by this language. So I think that I need to study English more. So that's why I study English online with CPILS. Yes.
Mm. Aside from English, sir, do you also speak other foreign
No, I
languages?
only English. Yes.
English and Vietnamese. Okay.
Yeah.
Last but not the least, we have.
Enthusiasm.
Mm,
Yeah, this I like this word. I think this is also the skill that we need. It shows that we still like the job we are working with. For
Mm,
example, if people like they lost enthusiasms, they don't
mm,
really enthusiastic or something like that, and
mm,
they maybe their work performance would be low because they don't be like won't be interested in that job anymore. So it is very important, and I am also try to keep enthusiasm like this for my job. Yeah, so that I can dedicate to the company I am
mm.
working for.
Yeah, enthusiasm. Sometimes it's hard to do this like consistently, right? Being
Yes,
enthusiastic or motivated to really go to work. But I
that
think
is
as long as you're trying and you're eager to really do this, you'll be able to have this trait and skill. Okay, so these are the positive traits and skills that managers would look for employees or applicants. And it's also time. So, just some few things, sir, for pronunciation. The cra part, like the word describe,
describe
yeah, that one. And the vowel sounds a sound for the dangerous. It's
dangerous,
yeah, that one.
dangerous.
And maybe for some glyphs, some grammar slips, I would say that just a little reminder with the this one. One we say once one person, right? One person because people is for more than one. So
Yeah,
we could say one person has to do this, has to do a lot of things and so on. Yeah,
yes.
there's those things. But yeah, that's all for today.
Thank you, teacher. See you
Yeah.
tomorrow.
See you.